It's that time, right?
It is.
It is that time. This is finally a thing. This is finally happening. We have an Animal Crossing podcast. I haven't decided the name. I'll decide the name eventually, I guess, when I make a title for the video on YouTube. It's probably just going to be Duh Podcast or Lil Podcast. I'm not really sure.
Lil Podcast TV.
I think I'm going to go with Lil Podcast. I think Lil Podcast is gonna might stick.
Welcome to Lil Podcast featuring Lil Dex TV, like,
and all his little guests.
Yes.
Like just all his little guests.
All his little guests.
His little guesses.
Guests.
Anyways, so first episode of the podcast. This is pretty exciting. Maybe this isn't going to be one of those things where it's just one episode and that's really it. Hopefully I can keep this going, have some more people on, talk to some other people. But so we got the first episode. Joining me, we have Alan. Go ahead and make yourself known, Alan. You can get up and walk around a little bit if you want to. Yep. Hey. Okay. All right. All right.
Let me hit him with a little bit like, ooh.
Oh yeah. That's it. That's it. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Corona.
So that's Alan, and the person beside him is actually one of our good friends. His name is Blaze, but he's actually playing on his girlfriend's Switch right now. So he's just gonna play as her. But we will refer to him as Blaze. He's not. I don't think he's able to get up right now. Okay, never mind. He was trying to go sideways, I guess. He can run around. Yep. So there you go. So you can say something or okay, that'll work too. Yeah, there you go. So smashing the little tambourine. So so we have Alan and we have Blaze on the first podcast. Not really sure where this is gonna go. Alan's standing back up. Oh God! Now we just have tambourines. This is literally like the episode with T-Pain on Gary Whitta's TV show, which I did not steal. That idea I did not steal. Winky face. I did not steal that idea. This is a podcast. That is a TV show. So totally different. Yeah, totally different. No inspiration coming from Gary Whitta. Shout out Gary Whitta. But anyways, yeah. So Animal Crossing, guys. Animal Crossing, I know that I have quickly become addicted to it. I know that I was introduced to Animal Crossing very late in my life, literally 2 months ago, probably a couple days before it came out, and I ended up buying a Switch just to play it mid-quarantine. Paid way too much money for it, but it's worth it. So how much Animal Crossing playtime have you guys actually had?
I was just about to say, I looked, was it yesterday or the day before? The last time I played, and I want to say, don't close the game. Do not close the game.
Close the game. Leaves podcast.
I'm trying to check the playtime, and I almost left the game.
You had like over 300 some hours.
Yeah, it was almost 400 hours, I thought.
Really?
It'll be on my profile. Hang on. Here we go. We have 315 hours or more. Okay.
350. Okay. And then
it's like every 25 hours or so.
Yeah.
So like every few days it kind of changes.
It kind of goes up. I got you.
By a decent chunk.
Yeah. So at least 300, no doubt. Like at least 300, probably way more than that. Honestly, just waiting on it to update.
Close to 350 or more.
Yeah. Okay, understandable. Blaze, I know that you don't have your own Switch. You're gonna get one soon. But how much time do you think you have put into Animal Crossing?
Just sure.
I think I only have like 60, maybe 60 hours.
He's clocking 60 hours or more on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's honestly. I mean, still that's a lot of hours. I mean, especially but especially nothing. I'm just like especially and then just disregard that.
Like let everybody wonder like what's wrong with Blaze.
In the comment, they're like especially what. What's wrong with Blaze? Podcast episode 69. We'll reveal that. So So you've had your playtime. You've had your time to go around shaking trees, hitting villagers with nets and stuff.
I've done.
You guys, who's the villager that you guys had that you just ran around and hit them with nets over and over because you wanted them to get out? Who was that? It was the mouse, right? Like Penelope or something.
Yeah, Penelope.
What did she do that was so bad?
She was just really full of it.
What do you mean full of it?
I and others on the island found it insulting to our intelligence that she really thought she played the system. We talked. So we found out. So she's got this whole like I want to be a pop star type thing, and she's like actually. So she's like super into that, and she's like talking about like how amazing she would be, and then she goes on like all these little tangents about her fans and stuff. She's got no fans, but anyway.
Did you say she didn't have fans?
We'll get there.
Okay. Tell me about Penelope.
She'll turn around and then she's like always super snooty and dramatic like that, and then like nobody can tell her anything. Like she starts to like try to use like her popularity to leverage herself, but she doesn't have popularity. And people are like Penelope, this is like what happened. Like sis, wake up. Like, and
yeah. You're like, why are you being this way?
She was just never really getting it, I guess.
Understandable.
So we just had to teach that mouse a lesson.
Honestly. And you finally got rid of her.
Yeah, we beat the crap out of her.
Yeah, of course. How long did it actually take you guys to get rid of her? It wasn't too long. It was a couple days, right?
I think it took about almost a week.
Almost a week, yeah. Who did you replace her with? Do you remember?
It's a white person with legs and the ability to walk onto my island. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Keaton.
It was.
Was it Keaton?
You had Keaton? I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Keaton has the car beds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So would you say that Penelope would be one of your least favorite villagers?
No doubt.
No doubt. But for both of you?
Yeah.
You don't have anybody you hate more than Penelope?
As of this whole 60 hours I have played, Penelope has been the worst encounter that I have played.
Yeah. She, honestly, the villagers that are like full of themselves that you talk to and you expect to have like an actual conversation with, not really have an actual conversation, but like you just expect a little bit more than I'm going to be the most famous person in the world. Like, and that's all you get. Yeah.
We said that multiple times.
Yeah. That's how Penelope was. I remember seeing on her on your guys' island a couple of times. But so least favorite villagers, definitely Penelope for you guys. That makes sense, I guess. Cuz she was there way too long than she should have been. I would honestly my least favorite villager would have to be Puck. He was the worst. I would bully him.
I think Puck and is it Boomer? There's another short little fat penguin that's got like an ugly hat that I can't stand.
Boomer. I think that's Boomer.
Yeah, Boomer's the cutest though.
Penguin?
Yeah, or I don't know about Penguin, but like he's just like his own little thing.
I got you. Who would you say? I'm glad you brought that up. Who would you say is the cutest villager, like out of all of them? Would you say Boomer? No. Who would you say is the cutest? Would you say Diana?
Probably Judy.
Dude.
Would probably be Judy.
Judy honestly made me feel some type of way when I got her. Like,
I know.
Like an extreme, like weird feeling.
Your uwoos were like on like off the chart.
I don't even know how to spell uwu, but I would like. That's what I was saying. I don't know why it matters if I know how to spell it, but I'm pretty sure it's UWU. But anyways, but yeah, I got Judy and I was like, whoa. I was like, she's actually kind of cool. And honestly, I don't really care for her anymore. Like, she's on my island and I just kind of ignore her, but I'm not going to get rid of her because of her, like, her online value from like Nookazon and stuff. her value is just out of the roof. Like, it started to be like 100 Nook tickets, and now it's like 800. And I'm like, I just don't care. Like, I'm not gonna trade her. I'm not gonna get rid of her, but I'm also not going to. You know, just you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Exactly. Thank you. So Cutest for you. You said Judy. Alan, would you say the same? You'd say Judy as well.
She's okay. Is it Fauna? Is she the
She's the doe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Fauna might have that for me. But you know what? I'll flip it on you too. I think another really cute deer is Eric. His design is really good.
Honestly, yes.
His curly cute hair, he's adorable. Like,
yeah.
There's I think all
he
the
really
deer
is.
Is it Bo, the blue deer?
That's Bam. That's Bam. Yeah.
Bam. Yeah, Bam. That's another. All the deer are cute. Like, straight up. Like, look at Eric up there on the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody, for anybody that don't know who we're talking about, above Alan's head, the little snowflakes behind the deer, that is Eric, and then the little blue one above the katana, that would be Bam. And honestly, I agree with you 100%. Honestly, 99%, because Cookie is the absolute cutest villager there ever will be. But Eric and Bam definitely are really cute. I actually just got rid of Eric. Eric was on my island, and he was so nice to me. I felt so bad for getting rid of him. I felt honestly terrible. But like, it just had to be done. I had to get some other people. I had to get my dreamies, as people like to call them. I know that getting rid of Eric just kind of like crushed me a little bit. Have you guys had to get? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where like you get rid of a villager and it just like kind of hurts you a little bit, but like you just have to do it. Like, you just kind of have to do it, but it just it hurts. It like hurts your heart a little bit. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you build relationships with these villagers.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't.
The biggest, like, bromance I've ever seen in gaming is Hamlet and Blaze.
I'm telling you, it's honestly like, I don't know what it is about this game, but it makes you feel like you're actually on the island. Like, it actually makes you feel like you're on the island with these villagers, and you're like running around, you're like talking to them all the time, and you're just like, you're like learning about them, and you feel like they're learning about you because of like the custom responses. Didn't you guys? Oh man, what was it that you had? You know how the villagers will go around and like spread rumors, like after you tell them something. They're what did you guys told them to say something?
We got Hamlet to say dog for his catchphrase.
Yeah, D-A-W-G.
Yeah, D-A-W-G.
But by the time of the next night, he had almost all of the village saying dog as the catchphrase, and it literally spread throughout.
And we actually, another jock villager, squirrel named Sheldon, moved in, and we caught
I remember Sheldon. Go ahead.
We caught Hamlet teaching Sheldon about dog. Sheldon was like, Hamlet, did I just hear you say dog? And Hamlet was like, yeah, dog. It's cool.
My God.
Dude. Everybody says dog. And it was
God.
Cool. And then Sheldon's like, dog? And it was like all caps spelled out. And it was like spaced out real big. And then he like screamed it. And it was like all caps with a bunch of exclamation points. He's like, dog!
Dog!
And then Hamlet screamed it back. And then they both screamed it at the same time. And then they laughed and just walked opposite directions.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, honestly, like, I think the custom responses are the best thing. Like, because of the dog, like, for instance, the dog thing that you guys just said, that's so interesting to me, how you can tell a villager, like, anything, and they'll go around, like, spread rumors. I think the custom responses, I didn't know anything about Animal Crossing when I first started playing. And are the custom responses something new? I know you've played the old ones. Are they something new? Like, giving them catchphrases and stuff?
No, that's been around for a little while. I think that came around in, like, the DS game.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I think that's like one of the most interesting parts about talking to the villagers. Have you guys made them say anything else, or like had them ask you about like TV shows or anything?
Oh yeah. Wow. So
Have you? You're good.
I mean, there's a few catchphrases. Dog, as everybody says dog, and if they don't say dog, they say dude.
D-O-D.
Yeah, dude.
Nice. Dude.
Yeah, it's either dog or dude.
Dude.
So, and then so like Diana walked up to me one day and she was like, "Alan, my dear, how are you, dude?" And I was like, oh hey.
You're like, hey, I hate you, hey.
What was another one? Someone asked Blaze what his favorite drink was, and he said vodka. And now everybody runs around talking about how they love drinking vodka.
Oh my gosh, that's I told who was it? I want to say it was Raymond. He asked me what my favorite like type of book is to read, or like story or whatever, and I told him erotic fan fiction. And now they always ask me if I like or if I've like seen any erotic fan fiction or anything that I should tell them about. They're like, I'm really thinking about reading. Is there any erotic fan fiction that you've read that you want to like? And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like
they're just insinuating it. Like,
yeah, dude. They're like walking around like making sure that I know that I said erotic fan fiction. They're basically just trying to use it as much as they can. And it's so funny how, like, because of your response, how random, like, what they say is, and how it's just kind of like whatever you said will just be plugged into what are they called? Mad Libs, right? Where it was like fill in the blank with this random word.
Yeah.
It's like that. So yeah. So it's like it'll be some random like saying with like a blank, but they'll put in what you said or what you told them, and so it's always so funny. Like when I told Raymond, I'm pretty sure he was like, "Huh, erotic fan fiction. That's interesting." Like they're calling you out for it, and it's so funny. Yeah. I think the responses are definitely the best. They honestly make me happy sometimes. I told oh man, what was it? I told Cookie that she asked me what my favorite type of TV shows were, and I told her soft porn, and I think that's hilarious. Because now they just walk around and they're like, "You seen any soft porn recently?" And I was just like, "Raymond, get out of here. What are you doing?" But anyway, so villagers. They're pretty dope, right? Pretty
it's
dope.
Crazy. They had a lot of personality in the very first games, and they were a little more bland in like the Wii game, City Folk. They were kind of like, I don't know, they weren't as memorable to me, but like they were kind of, to me, they weren't as memorable in the Wii and in the 3DS, but these feel a lot like the original ones do.
Yeah. What was it? I was watching a YouTube video or reading like an article about Animal Crossing or something, and apparently the villagers used to get like mad.
Yeah.
And they would like talk crap, right?
And most of the time they would hurt like other villagers' feelings.
Oh, dude, see, like that would just like piss me off. Like them getting mad would be kind of funny, but them like upsetting a villager, like, didn't you? It may have been Blaze, but it could have been Alan. One of you guys told me about a villager Nathan had, who went around and like, you were like, yeah, you don't want them because they went around and like upset all the other villagers. Do you remember that? Whichever one? I think it was. I honestly don't remember which one you guys told me.
But I know who you're talking about. I cannot remember her name.
Because I was villager hunting.
Diva villagers or whatever they are.
Yeah, like Diana.
Yeah, but it was like the bad side of them.
No, I think Diana is Snooty.
That Diva honestly makes sense.
Diva is Penelope.
Oh, yeah. The, like, I'm going to be a pop star, and then Snooty is like, I'm better.
No, what's funny is there's a version of the diva personality, which is where you see that in characters like Marshall, like he wants to be like a famous like web star, pop star, like
he's like me.
Yeah, he's like he's basically like, I'm gonna be a professional e-boy, and that's just like his thing.
And I just dress like a youth pastor. See, we're the same. Me and Marshall. Speaking of Marshall, I would honestly like, I know you like Raymond a lot, but Marshall's probably your favorite. Would you say? Would you say that? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like you like Marshall a lot.
Marshall's cool. I mean, I still would really love to have Raymond move in, but
yeah.
I mean, Marshall's cool. I've always thought he was a cool villager designer, and I forgot he was around, and then I saw him again, and I was like, oh, I'll try to get Marshall, and he was really easy to find.
Yeah. Who would you say he's your favorite, or would you have like another absolute favorite villager besides Raymond? Let's just cut him out because everybody loves Raymond. No pun intended.
So we're talking like on my island right now, or
just
like
in general, just like all of them from New Horizons at least. And then Blaze, you can answer this question next as well because I want to hear some of your favorites. You can do like top 3 if you can't really narrow it down. Actually, do like top 3, like 3 of just the ones that come to your head and you're like, I love them, and they couldn't be on your island. It doesn't matter.
It's hard to really say.
Yeah. But
if I'm gonna give like a top 3, I would, in no particular order, I would say Hamlet, Diana, and probably Marshall.
I got you. Hamlet is he's the little hamster guy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's on your island, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the one that you told to say dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Hamlet, Diana, and Marshall. And Diana's the little... What is she?
She's a deer. She's the doe.
She's the white one, right? Because she's on the wall. Yeah, she's right beside you at the bottom of the wall. Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah,
I'm not.
She's right beside the couch. Yeah. You can't really see her.
Yeah, she's right beside me.
Yeah. And Blaze, what would you say your like top 3? Like if you had to, other than Raymond, exclude Raymond if he's on that list, exclude him.
Mine was like the villagers I've came in contact with, probably Hamlet, Diana,
and who?
Eric.
Honestly, like now that we're talking about it, I kind of regret getting rid of Eric. I'm not even gonna lie. He's
I know. When I first saw Eric, I was like,
he's adorable.
He's adorable. Like, how can I not want Eric around?
I will. See, I mean, I got rid of him because I really wanted. Oh God, what is the name of that? The little Japanese cub, Pico, the one that I called Pikoi. Yeah, Pico. Yeah. I saw her and I was like, Eric wanted to leave, and then I just happened to be on like villager trade, and I saw somebody had Pico, and I was like, I gotta do it. And then, dude, how do we feel about the octopus villagers? Let's be brutally honest here.
Investment. They look different now than they did in the game that last game was the first time they showed up.
Yeah.
So
were they the same?
The proportions were just a little bit different because it wasn't like as defined. I don't know how to describe it. It was like they were a little shorter still, because you remember, like, if you look at the older games, everyone's shorter.
Yeah.
And they're not as elongated. In the 3DS, they were.
Yeah.
But like not quite as much as they are right now. They're just a little bit bigger now.
Are they? Was it still Marina, Zucker, and
Octavian?
I don't.
Who?
Octavian, the little red one.
I want to say they were. How many are there?
There's only 3.
Only 3. I want to say it was just them before too.
Okay.
I don't think there were any more, but I don't think there were any less either. I think it's still the 3 of them.
Yeah, because I actually I got rid of Octavian a long time ago, because honestly, I just started to hate him. Like, he just doesn't fit in. He's so bright and red, and I'm just like disgusted, you know? It's just like, I hate him. And so I got rid of him. I think I got Maple. Oh my god. She's adorable. Yeah. Dude, she's adorable. Shout out Etz. He made me love Maple. But I got rid of Octavian, and I was like, honestly, I'm tired of having these octopi, whatever you want to call them. I'm tired of having them on my island. Like, I had them here because, you know, they were rare to get. They were like top tier. When I was villager hunting, I was like new to the game, and I was just trying to get like the best villagers. And I was like, screw this. Like, I don't want Zucker. I don't want Marina. So they're both gone now. Like, I don't have any of them. But the octopi or whatever, I just hate them. I can't stand them, to be honest. Have you guys seen the, I mean, I'm sure you guys have, but the big bears?
Yeah.
Do you like any of those?
I have not been crazy about the designs of a lot of the bears. The cubs are fine, but the big ones,
yeah,
I'm typically no.
They look weird.
They just feel, yeah, I feel like they look a little
creepy.
Clumsily. Yeah.
Do you find them creepy at all?
I don't. A little bit. There's a couple of them that look like they remind me of the little girl in, is it Toy Story? No, in Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo.
Oh God. Yeah, the little with the bag.
There's a couple that remind me of her.
Oh my gosh.
Just
yeah.
their faces look so stretched, and I wish they could have done that better. They could have, I think.
They could have.
It's not like they're bad. I mean, they're fun, but it's just like by comparison to some of the other villagers, it's just like they don't look like they were given as much attention.
True. Do you I'll direct this question toward Blaze. I haven't heard from him too much. Do you think that there is any villagers that are just absolutely just ugly? Just like you can't even stand to look at their face. We'll exclude Penelope from this. Just because there is a burning hatred for her.
She's just annoying. But, like, as far as ugly, I cannot remember the name of them. I know Huck ain't really that cute. Because Huck's, like, a gray and an orange or something like that. And he's a frog character.
Ugh. The frogs are disgusting.
Okay, the anteaters just in general are
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that.
Look, you said that, and I had to think about it for a second because I put them so far out of my mind.
Yeah, you forget they exist. Oh my gosh. I think they look so stupid. Like, I
wish a design I wish they would have kept or used so in the 3DS, and you'll see them soon with the wedding event, but Cyrus and I cannot remember her name.
The llamas, right?
Yeah, the llamas.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
I wish they would have maybe made those villagers.
Yeah.
And given us like a couple like cool llama or alpaca villagers, and like let them have like you have like other cultural influences. Let their cultural influence be like Swiss or like
yeah. I see what you're saying.
You know, like a country where I say Swiss as if I'm confident that you can find alpacas roaming freely there.
You just go to the
myself sound like a total idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, right? You know what I'm trying to convey.
Yeah.
I mean, like Peru, there's alpacas and llamas in Peru. Like you can go both ways. Like it can go like I don't know. Alpacas are universal, so I guess I'm really just endorsing alpacas ultimately here. So we'll just get right to the plug. I can use some alpacas, dog.
Oh my gosh. No. But yeah, so I feel like there's a lot that could be there. Like there's a lot of I feel like there's different animals that could be there. But I feel like they hit like the main ones. But like the llama. Like, there's a lot of NPCs in this game that I wish were villagers.
Okay, well, so, like, talking NPCs, Brewster, like, he's
coming back.
Dude, he is like one of my favorite NPC designs. He just looks so cool.
Yeah, he's an owl, ain't he? He's an owl, right?
He's a pigeon.
There you go. Yeah. But he's the like the coffee shop cafe guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's honestly really cool. He's not like super bright and like overdone. Like there's Judy, which is acceptable because she's like just bright. But like, you know, and then there's like Blathers and Brewster and I don't really know. I'm trying to think of people that aren't like crazy.
In the 3DS game, there was like a Happy Home Academy like showcase area up the street, like from your village you could go to, and it would like, so you know the 3DS has Street Pass. If you had it turned on and you walked past someone else with their 3DS and Street Pass, it would swap like your Nintendo ID information, and it would like give bonuses in some games.
Whoa.
So like if you did that with Animal Crossing, this person's house, like their Animal Crossing house, would load up in this little like neighborhood, this like home showcase neighborhood, and you could go in and you could walk through their house fully decorated, however they had it decorated when you passed them that day. You know,
that's cool.
And you could catalog from the house.
What?
And then there was one day, and you can find videos of it online, but one day Nintendo sent out an update that gave everyone a spot pass for Reggie Fils-Aimé, who was the president of Nintendo of America at the time. So you got to go in Reggie Fils-Aimé's actual personal Animal Crossing house, and
that's cool.
And it was really cool.
Yeah.
So that's what, knowing that he's like a real player, like we talked about Gary Whitta earlier, but the fact that Reggie, you know, he interacted with Gary on Twitter talking about wanting to know more about trying to do the show.
Yeah.
And that's all we've heard about it. And I really, really hope, you know, he's not with Nintendo anymore. He's like on the board of directors for GameStop now.
Oh, God.
I know.
What a decline.
Well, he wanted to step away from Nintendo of America to do other things.
Yeah.
And he chose GameStop, and Reggie is incredible. And I think, like, if he's gonna go for something, I feel like if anyone can really shift GameStop's like the way they're perceived and shift their business in a better way, it's probably gonna be Reggie to have influence, because like he's coming from Nintendo, and with Reggie, you know, Nintendo went from, and it's not just, you know, Reggie in America, but the branding and the way Nintendo was presented from the Wii and the Wii U to way that the way they marketed the Switch.
Yeah.
The way that it was done here in America and everything, that was all, you know, stuff that he was involved with. So I don't know, that could be crazy, but having him like just on Animal Crossing, you know, like on an Animal Crossing talk show like everybody else, and you just think about like all the crazy stuff this guy's been involved with. It's just wild. I mean, like, game's crazy, man.
I honestly get it, like, because that's like a huge thing, because every person that has like an island or even is on someone else's island, their house and like what they've done to their yard or anything they've done to their island, like it, like even if you don't know the person, you just want to go and look at their stuff. Like you just want to see how they've done it and what they've done to the game. And like for instance, T-Pain, I want him to have an island tour so bad. Like it would be so interesting to me just to see T-Pain's house.
The fact that they're gonna get Danny Trejo like to be the Animal Crossing correspondent on Animal Talking on Gary's show, like
really,
he's gonna be doing a regular weekly segment for them, where he's doing interviews with his island villagers and showcasing updates and upgrades and new things on his island.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
It's called Danny's Island Diary or something like that.
That's actually awesome. They need to do that with T-Pain as well. Yeah,
so that's cool. That's gonna be a regular thing he signed on to do. Like his agent, everybody, they like corresponded, and like that's a real thing he's doing now. That's part of his like professional schedule. It's like he's making time for that.
That's crazy.
He's like, I want to do this because I enjoy doing it. So make sure I have time in my schedule that I can do this with Gary, and they made it happen.
Especially with it being Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, Machete.
Right? Yeah, like just the name brings in the people. Like that brings in.
Dude, next week, dude, Sting and Shaggy are
no way.
Next
what?
week, I would not. Let me pull up the tweet. I gotta go to Gary's page, but
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's
Shaggy.
Yeah, hang on. It's his personal page and his
Sting. Wow.
He doesn't do like an animal talking page, I don't think, on its own. So I gotta like go through all his tweets. Here we go. So the next episode, Monday, June 1st, 7 p.m. Pacific, so 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
It Jimmy O Yang, Jordan Vogt Roberts, Kiki Wolfkill, and Shaggy.
Dude.
And then
that's crazy.
There's another show. I think it's maybe not the next show, but the show after that is musical guest Sting. Sting, dude.
That's crazy.
Is that not the craziest thing?
This game came out at the right time.
It did.
It honestly came out at the perfect time.
It was just like this ray of sunshine in a very like difficult world.
Exactly.
And this is a nice thing that people have access to.
This game literally like
June 1st, Shaggy, June 8th, Sting.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
That's insane. Like,
I mean, and then it's you got guys like that, you know, being on this show, and then he had a guy, I cannot remember his name off the top of my head right now. I hate that, but he's an actor, and he was in a few of the Star Wars movies recently, and he is good
Spock?
friend. No, oh my god,
I was just kidding. Go.
Good friends with J.J. Abrams.
What?
And they were talking, and he was like, Gary was like, "What do you think? I mean, you've known him. They've been best friends since they were in elementary school, and they've grown up together, and they've worked together and done movies together, and he's acted in his movies and stuff, and
yeah,
it's crazy. It's like the coolest story. Like their friendship has just been like the wildest thing. Like growing up as kids and then breaking into Hollywood and like all that crazy stuff. But
yeah,
they were talking about, do you think JJ would do it? And he goes, JJ would love this. JJ loves stuff like this. Like, this is so
That's
unique.
crazy.
He would be obsessed with this. And he was like, do you think he would do it? Would you ask him if he would want to do this? And he said, I'll only ask you once, but do you think JJ would want to come do this? And he goes, I'll ask him. Well, I'll see. And it's just like, JJ Abrams?
Yeah, right? Like
J. Abrams is gonna come like chill on Animal Crossing, maybe.
Like, literally, like, oh my god, it just blows my mind how this game, it just came out, and then like this game is forced to be wholesome. Like this game isn't like, there's nothing bad you can do in this game. Like, yeah, you can tell your villagers to say really vulgar things, but like honestly, that's like a slim part. Like, I went and got, when I got Pico from somebody, I did again. When I went and got Pico from somebody, she was like, yeah, I'm really moving out. I just don't really know where I'm gonna move to yet, Punta. And I was like, what? I was like, wait a second. And so, like, that's the first time
she gonna let you know what's up immediately.
I swear, dude, she was letting me have it. I was like, that was the only time I've ever seen anything like vulgar, I guess is what I get. Yeah, vulgar. I've never seen anything other than wholesome come from this game. So I think it's just perfect for everybody. Like, you can't be mad playing Animal Crossing.
No,
unless you have Penelope.
Well,
that's just we just won't even get into that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I love it. It's something, and I've only seen not even a handful of the villagers. Like, there's so many things.
There's 391.
I know, and I've only probably seen 50, 60 max.
Like, it's, and they're only gonna make more.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they'll add more. They might add a few. I feel like we'll see more NPCs coming.
Yeah.
And I feel like we'll probably hear something
Soon.
within the next week or so, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the wedding update comes out in what, like 2 days? Yeah, it comes out Monday.
After that, we don't know what's next.
Exactly.
So we have to hear something soon.
Exactly. So anyways, I mean, we've been talking for like 40 minutes, but I'll go ahead and we'll start to wrap up here, but I gotta ask one more question, and that is, if you could have any NPC, I want to hear both of your guys' responses, but if you could have any NPC as a villager, what NPC would you choose? And throw in like a little why. I would say, honestly, if I could have any villager, I would probably have Harv. Or any NPC as a villager, I would have Harv. Because he just seems like a chill dude. Like, I feel like I'd walk up to him and he'd be like, oh, or something. Like, that's what I would expect from him.
Harv is like walking up to like Cheech Marin or Tommy Chong like in a movie.
Yeah. And
they're just like, ha ha ha.
They're just chill. They wouldn't cause any harm. They wouldn't talk any crap to any of the other villagers. Nothing. Just chilling. They're just there. They're just there to live. But anyways, yeah. So whatever NPC you think you would want as a villager, I want to know what you guys would say.
I would probably say mine would be Blathers, just so I could give him all the insects and just make his house have as many insects as possible in it.
Dude, Blathers always gets me because you can bring him like a shark, and he's like, oh my god, a shark, and then you bring him like an ant, and he's like, what? Mm-hmm. Like, Blathers is cool. I give you that one. Blathers is cool. That was gonna be my choice if I didn't say Harv. I was thinking Blathers because he's cool. He's really cool. Anyways, Alan, NPC for villager.
I'm probably, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I lean towards Isabel probably. Yeah. She was always cool in the 3DS game, and she worked her butt off in that game as your assistant as the mayor. And I don't know. She was just like immediately like the best. So
was she ever a villager? Was she a villager?
No, she was. No. She was your assistant in her first game. So last game, and then everybody. She's kind of basically the same role, but to Tom Nook.
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
More or less, like, so what Tom Nook and Isabel do now, you were able to do as like yourself, more or less, but they just kind of changed the way it looks now. But
he's just kind of like a middleman now at this point.
Yeah, I would say that's who it would be.
Isabel?
I feel like she has earned her time to chill, live a relaxed life.
Understandable. Well, that's I honestly was expecting. I was expecting someone to say, oh god, I forgot his name, dude. Tom Nook. Literally, like you said it. I expected one of you to say Tom Nook, but then again, you think about it. Tom Nook really is. No one's a fan of him.
He's a sneaky one.
He's like
the sneaky one, but at the same time, it's like he lets you move here. He like
yeah,
live, and then he gives you a job where you basically use his stuff to pay him back, so you never have to use any of your own stuff to pay him back.
True.
Like, it's all at his expense.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's like, and then once he's done, repaying himself off of his own expense with you just basically being the middleman for it, then you can profit and you can live free.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think people have Tom Nook twisted. His official origin story, his official background, like canon, is that he donates all of his, or like the major portion of his wealth to an orphanage that he has sponsored.
Dang.
Which is actually where he adopted Timmy and Tommy from, I think.
Oh my lord. Okay. Wow.
I know, no, for real. Like
that got deep.
Tom Nook has like a legit backstory. It's crazy, and I think it was Mabel or Sable, one of the Able sisters, tells you about how when their parents died, they have a backstory too.
That's Sable, ain't it? The one in the back that doesn't speak.
Yeah. So when you get her to talk, she tells you about how Tom Nook took care of her and her sisters when they were orphans in the orphanage.
That's crazy.
And help them start their business. So like the original like Animal Crossing characters all have like that backstory together. It's kind of cool.
That's see, that's what makes it such a great game. Is like just when you think the game is simple, or like there's just little things, it just branches off.
Like my friend has a shop and she wants to see about a new location here. It's like, yeah, your friend has a shop. You've, helped her get a shop open just about everywhere you've ever owned property. Like
millions of islands around the world. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like that's just lore. That'll have to be another topic, but for another podcast. But
we'll do one with just a bunch of like villager stories.
Just and, island. Just honestly, like the history of Animal Crossing and like where these people even came from, like all the villagers and stuff. But yeah, that'll be the next little podcast. Next little podcast. But yeah, so first podcast, I think it went pretty well. What would you guys say? Did you guys have some fun talking about some villagers and then again throwing our hatred around for Penelope.
It's good to let that out every now and then.
Honestly, it is, yeah. Now I'm gonna get her poster and just put like 10 of them up in this room for next time.
I mean, we can not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's gonna take too much time.
Wall with her.
Do what?
That whole front wall.
Yeah.
Just filled all with Penelope posters.
Exactly. So you just constantly see Penelope. But anyways, so thank you guys for coming to the podcast and talking to me and sharing some stories, telling me who your favorite and who your least favorite was. Again, talking crap about Penelope. But anyways, should I just like cut the podcast just like right here? Just cut it?
That's all the time we have for today, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll be happy to see you back next week. Same time, same channel.
Not the same time. Not the same time. Not the same channel. Not the same time, though. I promise. Like, it's 100% not going to be the same time. I don't know when I'm going to record this again, but just
coming to you pre-recorded on a schedule. Lil Podcast with Lil Deck TV.
Exactly. This podcast is going to release at any time.
You can play that sizzle reel at the beginning and at the end. There you go.
Anyways, so I think we're just going to cut the podcast right here, and that's going to be it.